You were a star child, let your light shine for all the world. When you open your mouth to reveal a pearl, let it shine more, just to light the path. If it don't add up, man, just do the math. If it ain't for you, let it pass on through.
How you doing? This is Terrion Wilson, aka your boy Brotha T, here with another one. So this channel is called T's Life Tree. And on this channel, we like to give you pine cones of wisdom. And if you don't know what that is, stick around, stay on the channel, you'll get it. Before I get into what I'm about to get into, I need you to do me a favor and I need you to like and subscribe. Go ahead, like and subscribe, because when you like and subscribe, I can continue to give you these pine cones of wisdom. So let's get into it. This is the next episode in our astrology series. And if you missed the first part, which were centered around elements, the four elements, fire, earth, air, and water. Okay, so no matter what sign you are one of those four elements, and those elements represent different aspects of who you are and how you go about life. Just a general breakdown. If you missed that video, go back and catch it. Even if you have to go back and catch it and come back here, that's cool too. All right, so today we're going to get into our sun signs, moon signs, rising, and some people call that ascending, and birth chart as a whole. Okay, we're going to go into that. We're not going to go too deep. We're just going to touch on it so you can get kind of a basic understanding for these things. Okay, so when you're studying yourself and you want to know more about who you are, why you are the way you are, what makes you tick, what pisses you off, what makes you happy, a good place to start is your birth chart, believe it or not. And it's usually closer than what you might think, okay, when you start studying it. Now, you can be skeptical, not go into it. That's your choice, okay? But you can try it out and see if it works for you. I guarantee if you go deep enough, you'll probably say that, hey, there's something here. I don't know exactly what's here, but something's here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to break down is a birth chart, okay? I'm just going to give you a general overview for what it is. So usually people know where the sun is placed on the day you were born. So if you were born, for instance, I was born on March 1st. My sun sign was in Pisces, okay? So that'll make me a Pisces overall. That's my overall. They call that the sun sign. But before we go into sun signs, birth charts, this comes into play. So your birth chart is centered around, on that day when you were born, where was each planet? So they look at the planets. If I was born on March 1st, 1979, then my sun is going to be in Pisces. Okay? Now, that means my other planets were somewhere else. So if my sun was in Pisces, my moon, I believe, was in Aries. So what is Aries, though? My moon. Okay? You get it? So my sun sign is Pisces. My moon sign is Aries. Make sense now? Okay, so they're going to look at each planet, and each planet is going to have a different zodiac sign. Okay, this is for people. This is not for the advanced people. You already know this, but for the people that's just getting into it or that are curious, that's how a birth chart works. So if you ever choose to get a birth chart, that's how it's going to break down. It gets a little deeper than that because they go into houses and all type of things. You can wait to get to that level. Just take it at the base level first, okay? So if you're curious, you want to know more than just your sun sign so you can know who you really are, I suggest getting a birth chart. Now, there are different tools on the internet that'll help you get your birth chart. They have some, and they also call them natal charts. So you can say natal chart, or you can say birth chart, okay? Just type in free birth chart somewhere in one of the Google searches. They have some great tools out there where you just, you put in your date of birth and your name, your date of birth, and I believe the time you were born, and they usually can come out with a pretty accurate birth chart or natal chart for you, okay? So that's a birth chart. Let's go into something that most of you already know about, which is your sun sign. Okay, so what is a sun sign? Sun sign is your overall character, your overall persona, your personal identity and your ego. That's the basic of that, right? Is your sun sign. Okay. So if you are a Capricorn or a Cancer, there are overall characteristics that fit you. Now, these things sometimes aren't 100% accurate because it depends on your whole birth chart, right? Because other aspects of your birth chart, they determine other aspects of your life. And I'll get into that in a second as well. But the sun sign is supposed to be your overall character. That's your sun sign. Let's explore mine. Now, I'm just using mine as an example, right? I don't mind giving away some information about myself, all right? Maybe that'll make me cooler to you guys. I don't know. But I was, of course, born on March 1st, which makes me Pisces. My son was in Pisces on that day. So my overall character, so that makes me compassionate, okay, overall, okay? I experience strong emotions. I don't always show them, and I don't always show them in a way that's over emotional, right? I don't cry every time I feel emotional, but I take in certain emotions. I soak it up like a sponge as well. I have certain aspects of my life that are considered psychic. I'm not sitting here like I'm, before you start making jokes, I'm not sitting here thinking I'm Miss Cleo. I'm not going to tell your future, but I have certain things that I have. Some people call it intuition, where I can feel certain things before they happen. This has happened to me often enough for me to take notice now, okay? Back when they were happening, I just thought I would just get lucky, or I would go back in hindsight and say, oh man, I had a feeling that was gonna go down and stuff like that. Then I start realizing it when it started happening more often, that, hey, there's something else here, so I need to explore that. And I think that a lot of that has to do with my sign and other things about me as well. But you know, sun, not just Pisces, but water signs are known to have intuition. Now, any zodiac sign can have intuition. Doesn't matter what your sun sign is, you can have intuition. But when your sun sign is a water sign, a lot of times you're just known to have that. This is one thing that's supposed to come with it in one way, shape, or form. All right, so that's the sun sign. Let's go to a moon sign. So what is a moon sign? If the sun sign is our overall character, our ego, our personal identity overall, so what's a moon sign? So a moon sign represents the emotional side of you. How do you handle emotion? How do you express yourself, especially when you're, when you're going through something traumatic, right? Your moon sign is going to come into play sometimes a lot more than your sun sign. I want you to look at your sun sign as your overall characteristic of yourself, your overall character. But that's not every aspect of you, because your moon sign is just as important. That's your emotional side, right? So, and I got a weird thing going on with me, right? Because I have a sun sign that's in Pisces, and then I have a moon sign that's in Aries, okay? Now, if you don't know zodiac like that, your Pisces, these are the compassionate. These are considered the nice people, right? of the zodiac. And then your Aries, these are the most bold. These are the people that move quickly, that are fire. They're quick to let you know what's going up. So I got a few things going on in my birth chart, which confuses people at times, because I can be the nicest guy on the face of the planet. I could be somebody that's really compassionate, really a big heart, but if you cross me, I go to that Aries, okay? And that's a weird thing within myself, and it's good that I recognize that in myself, because when I didn't know that, it just seemed like I just had this split personality, when it's not really like that. That's just another aspect of who I am, okay? So that's your moon sign. Your moon sign, once again, represents your emotions. These are how you express yourself, okay? Especially when you're at ease. So next we're going to do rising sign. So what is a rising sign? If you hear tarot card readers or other people that handle astrology, you're going to hear ascendant. Okay, so ascendant, same thing as a rising sun sign. Okay, so what is mine? Let's go into mine. So my rising sign is a Scorpio. So Scorpio is my rising. What is rising? So a rising sign is people's first impression of you. That doesn't necessarily have to be the real you. That's just their impression of you. My rising sign is a Scorpio. So that's people's first impression of me. The characteristics that come with Scorpio, that's usually people's first impression of me. Once they get to know me, they start seeing more of the Pisces side. But if they cross me, they'll see the moon side. This starting to make sense now? You see how everything just culminates to form you? You have different aspects of you. You're not just your sun sign. So if you're going to study yourself and learn more about yourself, don't just study your sun sign. Try to study everything. It's good to know your moon sign, and it's good to know your rising sign as well. And some astrologers believe that your rising sign is almost as important as your sun sign and your moon sign. So these are three very important aspects of you. So when you get in there, you start doing your research, good luck to you. I hope you really find out a lot about yourself. Let's break it down before we end the video. Today we talked about birth charts. If you want to know more about yourself, you want to go as deep as you can go with learning who you are on an astrological level, you're going to get a whole birth chart. How can you get one? Go online, go to Google, and type in free natal chart or free birth chart. It'll come up, first, last name, date of birth, and time of birth, okay? And they'll come up and they'll give you a birth chart. Do with it what you will. Today was covering sun sign. Sun sign is your overall characteristics, okay? Your overall character, your personal identity, your ego. The moon sign, your moon sign represented your emotions, right? How you express yourself, especially when you're at ease. And we talked about the rising sign or ascendant. And that's what people's first impression of you when they first meet you. This has been Terrion Wilson. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I need you to like and subscribe. And if you want to leave a comment, that's cool, okay? Let's converse. Let's go back and forth, okay? This is Terrion Wilson, aka Brotha T. I'm out of here. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.